Hi and welcome back to Green Pro. We've just taken you through how to create a new project template which helps your project creation just go a lot quicker, has a lot of documents that are pre-populated and pre-attached for you. So this video is taking you through how it all works in terms of toolkit automation. So if you've selected in your template, I always use install a toolkit, then this is just going to take you through how that works in practice. So you've got your project, you've created it, it's set everything as it would at template level, and as you can see, it's telling me to complete certain things in Toolkit. So what I'm going to do is do that. So we're going to go to open and install a toolkit. This takes a couple of seconds in the test environment. So it takes me through here into the project in Toolkit that it's created. So as you can see, it's got the address and the contact name and everything. So I'm going to go to Tools. It knows it's a solar PV job, so it's got my solar PV tool ready for me. And I'm just going to go quickly through the roof design. So it's going to be a very, very quick job, so please do not expect perfection on this. This is just obviously for demonstration purposes, so it's just waiting for it to load. So I'm going to do my roof. Please don't judge my wonky lines. So I'm going to generate a quick quote, select my panels and my mounting system. You can obviously, do what you need to do here, just the margins. You can put in this is shading because it's a quick quote. So we'll go through here. I'm going to select my inverter and then select my battery. Save that. And then this is obviously just a quick quote. So I'm going to say yes after this comes full quote, quick quote disclaimer. Should the equipment section be shown? Yes. All of the questions that we've gone through on other YouTube videos here. I'm just going to put my total price in. I'm not going to use a loan. I'm going to say they have 4,500 kilowatt hours a year. Save that. It's generating for me. So I'm just going to finish that really quickly and then run through the performance estimate. I'm going to say no shading just for ease. Put my names in and my dates. That all seems fine. And then just double check. So installation cost PV only, I'm just going to say 7.5. These are generating for me, so I'm just going to check that and finish it. You can do EPVS calculations right now, but just for ease, I'm just going to go straight through to the full quote. All of my information from my equipment has been pulled in. This is just a reminder, if there isn't equipment that you want that's listed on the equipment list, do send it over to us and we can get that added for you. And then just go through all of these. Cost parts, cost labour, no loan. No, I don't want to show a payment schedule because I'm showing on my contract. Answer some basic battery questions. Please don't judge my answers to these questions. It's a class 2 and it has a screen to show state of health. Yes, show my appendices and then save. Download my full quote and then finish. Structural calculations very, very quickly as well. So I'm in the blue zone. It is pretty rural where I live. Tooltip here, 2-storey, 8 meters. Is the building more than halfway up a hill? No. Slate roof, horizontal, do a pitch. Next. I'm not going to override my number of hooks or the weight. I've passed, so let's generate that and then finish. That's all done. So it's obviously showing me my downloads and things like that. So that's all in. I can carry on. I can do the wiring diagrams and cable calculations if I wanted to, but just for sort of demonstration purposes, this is my quote for this particular project, which is obviously in here. So I'm just going to give this a quick refresh. It sometimes takes a little while for these documents to pull through, so I am going to give it a little tiny bit of a while, particularly because we're still in the test environment here. But as you can see, it's already done it. So it's pulled through my solar PV quotation, my solar PV full quote from that particular job, marked as complete. It's done the same thing for the solar PV and battery performance estimate, which is obviously this. And now in my proposal, the only thing I have left to do is to generate the contract and send it. So I've got one missing document. which is the contract. I can then build that, and I'll do another video on how we do that later on. In-house, my structural calculations have been done because I completed them in Toolkit. So it's pulled it through, solar PV structural calculations, it's pulled that through, marked it as complete. And then in the handover, if everything has worked as it should, let's go scroll down until we find, I haven't done my schematic. So it's still telling me I've got to complete this in Toolkit because I never did it. It's not been done yet. But my design calculations are in here. Now, it's not marked it as complete because in some instances you might have more documentation for the design calculations, particularly when we're talking about a heat pump job, because you obviously got room by room heat loss, the hot water calculations, the heat pump design. So all of those things, you know, are done stage by stage. So it's never going to mark this as complete until you manually mark it as complete. But it did pull it through for me because it knows that I've done it in Toolkit. So we'll stick that there. And that's how that works. So hopefully, as you can see, it's just a little bit quicker. It's all automatic. It knows what documents to pull into what rows, marks them as complete for you. So once you've basically created the template, created the project, and done your PV stuff in Toolkit, all you have to do for a project proposal is just generate the contract. And I'll do another video on that and upload that to YouTube very shortly. If you have any questions or any feedback, then obviously do let us know. We want to hear from you. But thank you very, very much for watching.